micfri is the cockadoodle rooster. I am the rooster. So this morning I watched a video by Super Ed 86, and he said that his father had died, and you know, I'm really sorry to hear about that, to know that, and it just happened that today I had, you know, an appointment to go see my dad, and so I decided, you know, bring the camera along, just videotape him. You know, he's still alive, but this just goes to prove that, you know, the good die young, and somebody like my dad is still alive and kicking, you know. So anyways, I'm just going to play this.
I can believe it. I want to take pictures, you know, of the baby. I want to take pictures of Ty and Graham, but I really want to take pictures of my paintings.
They look nice in that house.
They look perfect. They look perfect. They couldn't be better. You know what I'm saying? You like the painting? It's just enough. It's just enough. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's just enough. Isn't that cool? You know, there's not too much color, but there's enough. There's not too much form, but there's enough. There's not too much layout and design, but there's enough. It's all just enough. Which is not exactly minimalism, but you know what it is. And after I sat up there and read the book all night, Bauhaus, my system of painting, working, is very related, closely related to the system of Bauhaus.
And Ty is very into that.
And Ty is very into it. So why would she wind up filling her house with my paintings? Bauhaus, Bauhaus, we are all Bauhaus. You know what I'm saying? Bauhaus type of family. Okay. Right. You too.
You think so?
Sure. It's in your blood. It's in your genes. It's in her. It's in me. Come on. What are you talking about? It's that system of breaking things down and then putting them together. And you have to understand what the basic unit of building is. And of course, what is it? It's a square or a cube or a cone or a sphere, right? Some basic geometric shape is the fundamental unit of the...
Could it be a rectangle?
Yes. Rectangle is, by any other definition, a rectangle. These things are either rectilinear or curvilinear. Get it? Now, it's either or. There's no in between, but there is. You know, and in a triangle is rectilinear. A sphere is curvilinear, but that's the only. Well, and a cone has part curvilinear and part rectilinear. All right. You understand the straight line in the cone?
Yeah.
So there's an angle in the cone. An angle.
There is.
Angle is rectangle. Now, no angle is curvilinear. Curvilinear. Like a spiral, like a nautilus, like a, you know, a ball, or you know, like any natural form, what we call any biomorphic form, does not have angles. Not by nature. It's something imposed by man. Like he decides, I could break this down into an angular system. So it's only his method of being able to analyze and compute the form.
What the fuck is he talking about? If anybody can explain that to me, you know, put it in the comments or something. If you can tell me what the hell this is, you know, what is he talking about? I don't know.
Because otherwise it's a sea of jelly, you know, like, oh, all that undulating flesh and all that, you know, movement and everything. It's just too much. So we got to break it down to a system that we can grab a hold of conceptually. Hence, Cubism starts. And Cubism is the seminal thought in art of the 20th century. That's what makes 20th century art come into being. many practitioners still of a kind of, abstracted cubism, or what I call cubisticism, which is a kind of mixing of cubism with mysticism. It's more than just a thing. It's more related to native art, like, the Navajo Indian, or the African mask, where there's a charge, and it's imbued with this, charge, an emotional sense, drama built in to the art. So it has what I consider, a transcendent feature. It goes above, just plain art. Art is just habit. But the stuff that's charged, like African masks, like Navajo sand paintings, and a lot of, South American stuff. It endures. It'll go on forever. It'll never become boring. The stuff you see in these places, it'll bore you to tears in only a little while. Now, I don't want to put anybody down, but that's just truth, reality. Life goes. I have this particular theory about there are the gems of life, the jewels, but they are held in the matrix. The matrix must be there, and it must be substantial to hold the jewel. So, that's it. There's jewels, and there's matrix. But you need both. Nothing can go away. There were a mutual respect amongst these parts of society, but I'm afraid that in a lot of cases the respect is lost because there's so many postures that pretend to be jewels, but they're not. And then you're stuck with, phoniness, lies, and then it's all going down. But right now, I think it's a time to be positive. You must think positive. That's what I think.